Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Okay, so today we're diving into something that is literally going to transform how we prepare for class. Look, if you're an educator, you already know the struggle, right? In this digital age, we're not lacking information. We're absolutely drowning in it. But today, we're doing a masterclass on a tool that's going to flip the script, taking you from that state of constant overwhelm to being totally in control of your teaching materials. Let's get into it.
We all know the exact feeling. You sit down to prep a new unit. You've got a folder packed with like 10 dense research papers, 20 bookmarked news articles, 5 different video links, and you just stare at the screen. You're completely paralyzed by information overload, thinking, where do I even begin? Or, a student asks this brilliant, really deep question, and you have to do the classic, let me look into that and get back to you, simply because the answer is buried somewhere in that absolute mountain of open tabs.
Well, enter Notebook LM. Now, don't just think of this as another random piece of software. Think of it as your own tireless, super reliable AI research assistant. Its one and only job to organize your specific knowledge and actually help you build usable lesson materials out of it. It's basically the ultimate fix for turning that chaotic mountain of tabs into a structured, easily accessible brain trust.
So here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll start with the AI assistant in the information flood, then look at learner-level customized summaries, move on to question design and reliability verification, cover a really practical 3-step workflow, and finally wrap up with EdTech linkage and systematic management.
All right, part 1, the AI assistant in an information flood. Now, you might be sitting there wondering, okay, but I already use ChatGPT or other AI tools, so why do I need this? Well, here's the thing. Notebook LM is fundamentally different. It's an AI tool that grounds its analysis solely in the materials that you actually upload. So whether it's a PDF on the global spread of Tape-Op, a Google Doc you wrote yourself, some old presentation slides, or a specific URL about Korean language education, the AI literally only reads what you feed it. And that brings us to an absolutely crucial point: reliability. Unlike generic AI that just kind of scrapes the entire internet and runs the very real risk of hallucinating or making things up, Notebook LM acts like a closed ecosystem. It doesn't guess. If you upload 3 distinct papers, it understands the deep context and the relationships between just those documents. You're essentially building a customized, highly trustworthy knowledge base organized exactly the way you want it. Moving right along to Part 2, Learner-Level Customized Summaries. So once your sources are uploaded, the AI doesn't just, lazily copy and paste the first few sentences to give you a summary. It actually analyzes the logical flow of the entire text. You can ask it for an overall summary just to get the big picture. Or you can ask for a key topic summary to pull out, say, the 3 main theories of a paper. Or, and this is my absolute favorite, you can ask for a perspective-based summary, looking at the text from a completely different angle, like focusing strictly on the controversial issues within a topic.
Because of this, a single source document can be instantly reconstructed to match the exact proficiency level of your classroom. It's like magic. You can literally tell the AI, hey, summarize this complex academic paper into 5 simple sentences for beginners and avoid all academic jargon. And then, in the very next breath, you can ask it to summarize that exact same paper for experts, maintaining the academic terms, the research methods, and the implications. You get perfectly tailored materials without rewriting a single word yourself. How great is that?
Okay, let's jump into Part 3, Question Design and Reliability Verification. Now, your AI assistant is really only as good as the prompts you give it. And categorizing your questions like this yields incredibly practical lesson materials. You can use fact-checking to pull highly specific data points. You can use comparative analysis to contrast multiple uploaded sources, like, say, comparing the conclusions of 2 totally different research papers. And then there's application, which turns data into action. Think about asking it to design a full 4-week after-school K-pop class based purely on the data you provided. The possibilities are huge. But here we need to pause and dive into a fundamental rule of critical learning. Honestly, this might just be the most important takeaway of this whole explainer. AI is a fantastic tool. It's an incredible assistant, but it is not the teacher. The final judgment, the pedagogical interpretation, and the critical review, that belongs entirely to us humans. We can't just blindly trust the output. We absolutely must verify it.
Thankfully, Notebook LM makes this verification process incredibly easy. Every single time the AI answers a question, it provides exact citation links. So, you generate the response, you click the little source number down at the bottom, and boom, it instantly jumps to the exact highlighted text in your original uploaded PDF or document. You can instantly fact-check the AI's summary against your original text, which ensures total reliability for your students. No more guessing games.
All right, on to part 4, the 3-step practical workflow. So this 3-step workflow is how you actively engineer those amazing learning experiences. Let's imagine you're teaching a unit on the global impact of K-pop. Step 1 is analyze. This is where you upload your materials and ask your deep questions. Step 2 is reconstruct, turning those insights into actual lesson formats. And step 3 is share, distributing those materials using your visual EdTech tools.
During that reconstruction phase, let's say you apply this to your K-pop unit. You can just prompt the AI to generate 5 multiple-choice questions about global music trends, completely with the answer key. You can ask for 3 open-ended essay prompts on cultural impact, or even extract the top 10 key concepts to instantly build your unit study guide. Literally within minutes, your raw research is transformed into ready-to-use classroom materials.
But hey, don't just stop at basic quizzes. Push the AI to play devil's advocate. Have it generate debate prompts arguing whether the global success of K-pop actually weakens traditional cultural identity. You can ask for reverse perspective questions to help your students find flaws in a research paper, or use it to brainstorm really creative student project ideas based on the text. The brainstorming potential here is just off the charts.
And finally, part 5, EdTech linkage and systematic management. Take a look at this time distribution. By automating the really heavy lifting of analyzing texts and drafting initial materials, you drastically shift how your prep time is actually spent. Instead of spending hours reading and summarizing, that time is compressed. Just look at how much prep time you win back. That massive 40% chunk right there. That is time you can now spend actually engaging with your students, providing personalized feedback, and, focusing on the human element of teaching. So, Notebook LM acts as the engine. It generates the raw educational content that you then seamlessly publish across your entire tech ecosystem. You take those generated quizzes and post them to Padlet for community interaction. You save your study guides as markdown files in GitHub for your portfolio. You grab those top 10 key concepts and paste them straight into Canva to whip up a stunning infographic. And finally, you log all your links and materials into a unified Notion database, so nothing ever gets lost. It's brilliant.
I want you to imagine this workflow for a second. You sit down with a brand new topic. Within 6 minutes, you've analyzed the text and generated tailored quizzes. By minute 12, those quizzes are shared on Padlet and saved in GitHub. And by minute 18, you've created a gorgeous visual infographic in Canva and logged the entire lesson package right into your Notion database. You literally just went from raw articles to a fully integrated, beautifully designed lesson package in 20 minutes flat.
And really, this is the ultimate goal. By mastering this continuous cycle of analysis, reconstruction, and sharing, you are completely leveling up your teaching capabilities. You're no longer just a stressed-out gatherer of information overwhelmed by endless browser tabs and PDFs. No, you become an empowered educational architect, designing robust, customized learning experiences with an incredibly powerful assistant right by your side. Which leaves us with one final super exciting thought to ponder as we wrap up. The heavy lifting of reading, summarizing, and basic material generation, that's all handled now. Your time is freed up. So if the AI takes care of analyzing the materials, what incredible new value, what deep human connection and inspiration are you going to create in your classroom tomorrow?